Today I'm going to be showing you how to do this bright and super fun fantasy kitty. Start by using the Spellbound Split Cake by Kryvaline, and this is a good cake to use because it has white on the end, which is going to help blend with the muzzle area. To do the ears, just go at a diagonal form with your sponge and it'll kind of make its shape all by itself. Using a sponge with a rounded edge makes it super easy to shape the ears. Next, shape the cheek area by going all the way under the eyes. That might be kind of hard to do with the little ones, but try to get as close as possible. Then round the shape down at an angle all the way towards the corner of your mouth. But don't go all the way in, leave space for the muzzle area. And wipe away any paint that got too close to where your muzzle's going to be. So the shape that you're left with is kind of like a butterfly with really tiny upper wings and really big bottom wings. Next, take the Luna Cake by Kryvaline on the back of the sponge so you get a nice rounded shape. That'll make it easier for stenciling. And stencil on any kind of design that you want. I love stenciling with split cakes instead of just solid colors because it makes it look airbrushed and amazing, and parents are always really impressed when you do this. Whenever I do base coats of white, I like to use Kryvaline Creamy Pearly White and then Kryvaline Creamy White mixed together, and those two will give a nice even base coat that has a little bit of shimmer, and it's really pretty and smooth and almost powdery soft in its finish. So just pat that along your nose, up into your forehead, and then gently blend it down into your white and yellow color from the split cake. And of course, cover the whole muzzle area as well. And cover your eyes and just go a little bit out past the outer corner of the eye. Next, fill your bottom lip in with the turquoise color to help blend that color in with the rest of the design. And as you can see, I switched up my stencil to a star stencil. I just erased what I had on and did stars instead because I feel like the other stencil made it look too much like an animal print. I wanted it to look more fantasy. And then of course you have to add glitter to the lips. I'm using sugar glitter here. And to do the outlining, I'm using the creamy rose color, and this is one of my favorite colors. It's intense and dark and just awesome. So for the hairline at the top, just do little teardrops of all different sizes and kind of layer them. And I realized that my ears were too big and they're going straight up and looking more like a rabbit. So I just erased them, tilted my sponge, and now I'm good to go. Next, using an oval brush, flick some white into the center of the ears. Make sure to use a flicking motion so the color fades nicely. Now it's time to outline, and I'm using that creamy rose color and also a number 4 low Cornell brush. And make sure you press on your brush and then pick it up to get nice thick to thin lines. Flick up from the bottom of the ear to create a hair-like effect. It's nice to give the eyes a cat-like shape to help accentuate them so that they don't get lost in the design and that they really stand out. To help add interest to the outline of the design, instead of doing hair-like marks all around, I decided to do swirls, curls, and teardrops. To help gauge where to end your teardrops, make sure you put your muzzle in before you finish the rest of the design and add a slight curve right up by the nose. Now just follow the rest of the line with teardrops, going smaller and smaller towards the muzzle. And add a couple near the eye as well. The nose is just 2 little flicks, pretty easy. And draw a line down the center of the muzzle and then flare it out towards the end to be like the cat's upper lip. The secret to whiskers is to go on the very tip of your brush to make them as thin as possible and have them close together in the muzzle and then flare out as they go out towards the face. And to help finish off the design, you need to, of course, outline the lips. If you have time to give your design an extra polished look, you can give it a second outline. And a lot of people do this with black and white. I did it with that dark burgundy and the teal to help add brightness and interest of color with my design. And of course, highlight any teardrops you have. And if you want, you can add a little bit of sparkle and glitter to the eyelids as well. And that's it. I really hope that you guys like this pretty fantasy cat design and can use it at an event soon. It's a great design for if you have a little extra time to spend on a more intricate kitty. I hope you guys are doing well and having a wonderful summer. I'll see you soon in another tutorial.